everybody, and welcome to this special on the Sun transiting in Sagittarius. I'm Amani. I'm a karmic, holistic, astrological life coach, and I like to go in depth in all that I do, and all of my interpretations, especially when it comes to Venus, Mercury, Sun transits and everything really, are based on Vedic astrology, which is based on where the planets or the luminaries, which are the Sun and the Moon, are at any given time in the sky. And all times are in GMT time as well. So yeah, thanks for listening. And yeah, so this year the Sun enters Sagittarius on the 15th of December 2024 at 4:41 p.m. and stays there until the 14th of January 2025 at 4:26 a.m. So first I'm just going to talk about what Sagittarius energy represents in astrology. So it represents a time of exploration, expansion, optimism. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of abundance and growth. So when the Sun transits through this sign, it brings a sense of adventure and a desire for new experiences. We can just feel more open-minded, enthusiastic, and just willing to get outside of our comfort zones and take risks, seek out new things, research, seek out higher knowledge, whether it be spiritual, religious, intellectual, technical, philosophical, whatever, and just really embrace opportunities for personal relationship and spiritual growth. So it just encourages us to be more courageous, bold, honest, and to follow through on our plans and goals and dreams with confidence, taking the daily steps to reach our targets. So now I'm going to talk about the holistic astrological meanings, the practical, financial, political, worldly, materialistic and social collective meanings of the Sun transiting in Sagittarius. So ultimately this energy can give us a thirst for knowledge. The Sun, our ego, a motivating force, the thing that should make us shine in this world is in Sagittarius, and this is pushing us to explore cultures, belief systems that resonate with us, philosophies, and as we seek those deeper truths, we can find that our personal growth really develops and flourishes through travelling. Now, this doesn't have to be physical travel, it can be mental travel, dreams, or just thinking, researching, looking at pictures of faraway places, educating yourself, taking online courses or teaching yourself something new, being open with people, having honest, challenging conversations at times that really challenge your perspectives, your opinions, your beliefs. It really wants us to reflect on our values and beliefs and align more closely with our authentic self. Spiritually, although I'm going to talk about this on a deeper level in a while, it wants us to really seek out truth, but it also emphasizes the importance of optimism and faith in our journey, and we can just feel kind of pushed to connect with nature and engage in practices that raise our consciousness, such as yoga, tai chi, meditation. And as we explore our inner world, we can become more aware of our purpose and deeper aspirations, dreams, and it just encourages us to build more resilience in our life, create a sense of freedom, transform our thoughts and actions and the ways that we relate to people. And ultimately it wants us to accept the Sagittarian spirit, which is all about creating a deeper understanding of your place in the universe, opening your mind to new experiences and really doing the things that enrich your spiritual path. Really allows you to open your mind, your thinking, and to think outside of the box, think outside of the material, and get more in tune with your inner vibrations, emotions, psychological state, and the ethereal. So in terms of the practical meanings of the Sun in Sagittarius, wants us to be open to international connections, education, and even travel, as I said, as these things can lead to career advancements or new ventures or new relationships. And, it really motivates us, as I said, to step outside of our comfort zone, embrace innovative ideas that can increase our financial, emotional, psychological, spiritual security right now. So now I'm just going to talk about the financial meanings of the Sun transiting in Sagittarius. So we can find ourselves drawn to investment opportunities that promise high returns, particularly in areas related to travel, technology, education, technology and even science even. It's a favourable time to seek out financial advice or mentorship, and by really tapping into the expansive financial energy of the Sun in Sagittarius, we can discover new economic strategies that align with our long-term goals and needs, and it encourages us just to have a bigger perspective on wealth and abundance. Typically we see in the world as status and how much money we've got in the bank, not seeing that our health, our body, our time, our energy are the things that we use to go and make money. So these are as important, if not more important, because without health, if you've ever been there, you can't make money. So looking after your body's needs, your mind's needs, your spiritual needs is really, really important. And this energy wants us to think of the different angles of what wealth means to you. Some of you may also explore unconventional income avenues such as entrepreneurial ventures or alternative investments. And because we can just have an increased sense of adventure now, we can just be more inclined to take, really big calculated risks, but never, risk more than you can afford to lose. But doing this for some of you can lead to significant financial rewards or other rewards, just feeling more at peace with yourself, happy that you're getting outside of your comfort zone. If you are prepared to remain open-minded and willing to learn from your experiences, then the world can be your oyster right now. With this energy, the seeds that you plant right now can return to you tenfold, to like 1,000% over the long-term future, basically. So in terms of the holistic, worldly, materialistic meanings, it wants us to go beyond material restrictions, transcend them, be more curious, seek out meaning in your experiences, create a deeper understanding of the world within you and around you. So as I said, anything that really allows you to grow and to gain more knowledge right now and expand your worldview is really, really good for you right now, from traveling or research, as I said earlier, and also maybe, trying to connect with people from different groups than you, different religions, different sexual orientation, different beliefs as well, can really help you increase your social networks as well as your perspectives right now. It also wants us to consider the ethical implications of, your possessions and investments. You can feel sort of like more compelled to support sustainable practices, maybe rethinking, do I need this possession? Do I need to get rid of it, or can someone else benefit from it? You may look into your investments and see if they're ethical and, align your financial decisions with your values more. Some of you may invest in socially responsible enterprises, charities, stuff like that, either with money or time or some other resources right now. And ultimately, this Sagittarian energy can just inspire a sense of purpose in our financial plans, and as we engage in activities that not only benefit ourselves but contribute positively to society as well, we can just feel more at peace and more happy and optimistic about the world in general. So in terms of the social collective meanings, it wants us, as I said, to think about inclusivity. So thinking in the ways that we can encourage other people's beliefs and get around the fact they may not believe in what we believe in, and knowing that's okay. Trying to find a middle common ground. You may find that you've got something in common with someone you thought, oh, I've got nothing in common with them because we've got different cultures, different religions and stuff. So we can just have a collective yearning for truth, exploration, and, challenging our beliefs right now, especially traditional beliefs. And it just wants us to gain more understanding in our communities, in our families. And we can just feel a sense of shared human experience right now, pushing us to engage in conversations that bridge culture divides and create cooperation and social issues, as I said. So yeah, it inspires a communal spirit of adventure, highlights collective optimism and drive for social justice. It really pushes us to participate in movements that advocate, stand up for freedom and equality, and wants us to take action. And as we connect with others who share our vision for a better world, we can just feel like we're contributing to something bigger than ourselves, and we can just feel like we'll be more compassionate and open-minded. And this goes a long way in healing our collective consciousness. On the psychological level, it increases our enthusiasm for life and encourages like a quest, an adventure, a calling and need for higher meaning. We can find ourselves drawn to spiritual activities or any other activity that gets us outside of our comfort zone. This is a time when our inherent optimism can lead to breakthroughs, or even if you're not inherently optimistic right now, this energy can just make you feel like, yeah, I can change the things I need to change in my life. And this can lead to breakthroughs on the emotional, psychological and spiritual level, and really help you with your personal development. Allow yourself to visualize, take action and manifest your goals more clearly. And by embracing this energy, it really holds the potential to transform your outlook, your perspective on life, and inspire more meaningful actions and thoughts and connections, really pushing you toward a more enriching and fulfilling, happier, imbalanced way of life. So yeah, I'm just going to talk a bit more about the spiritual significance. So as I said, it wants us to connect with our higher self and really go within ourselves. And as we explore our spiritual side, we may find that our need for deeper truths become a priority in our life, pushing you to question your beliefs and seek wisdom beyond the surface, leaving the superficial behind right now, and your persona, and really getting in touch with those deeper layers of yourself via self-reflection. And as you uncover these insights from your solitude or thought processes, you may figure new information that resonates with your soul's purpose, higher consciousness needs, and you may decide to change your life path or incorporate more meditation or some other spiritual practice in your life, or start practicing a religion or some other philosophy again or something like that. And as you increase your alignment with your deeper feelings, your intuition, it can guide you towards experiences that really uplift you and enriches your understanding of life within and outside of yourself as well. And by accepting the transformative energy of Sagittarius, you can create a sense of adventure not just internally but externally, allowing your journey to become a harmless blend of self-discovery and spiritual awakening. So in terms of the esoteric meanings, it really wants you to tap into your inner world, or other things that you may have ignored in your life before. You may have been like, I just want to stay on the surface, I don't like deepness, but esoterically it encourages us to explore, knowledge that we don't readily see. We've got a lot of information in the world today, and we may think that we know things, but until when we engage with materials on a deeper level, learning is often circular. So we may read something and take from that, put it away for like 6 months, read it again and find a deeper meaning in it, put it away for 3 years, come back to it and find a deeper meaning. So this energy wants us to keep on exploring, engage with philosophical and other beliefs that challenge your existing worldview, and you may find yourself drawn to ancient texts, spiritual teachings, or alternative or unconventional wisdom that really provoke your thought and inspire growth within you. And accepting these revelations can lead to a more profound shift in your consciousness and your understanding of your place in the world, and because we can just be more curious right now, it allows us to remain open to the possibilities and empower ourselves to break free from limiting beliefs, so that we can emerge from this transit with a more nuanced and open-minded perspective on life. So in terms of the symbolic mythological context of the sun transiting in Sagittarius, Sagittarius embodies the archetype of the seeker, a figure driven by an insatiable quest for wisdom and truth. Sagittarius is often depicted as an archer that is also associated with Chiron, who is a centaur in mythology, but Chiron is also an asteroid in astrology that is known as the wounded healer. So according to legend, Chiron was the son of Philae and Cronus and was transformed into a horse to escape his jealous wife Rhea, and Chiron went on to become the tutor of Jason and other notable figures in history. And interestingly, there are two centaur constellations in the night sky, Sagittarius and Centaurus. So Sagittarius in astrology is connected with the constellation of Sagittarius, and Centaurus is designated to Chiron, but in mythology they're interchangeable. So Sagittarius symbolises the harmless blend of the human and the divine, reflecting a yearning to transcend, the mundane and materialistic way of life in the pursuit of higher knowledge. So ultimately, it wants us to embody the spirit of exploration, as I said, when the sun goes through Sagittarius, accepting the idea that the journey toward understanding often holds as much value as the destination itself, encourages you to ask profound questions, seek out philosophical truths, and to, as I said, engage with people you wouldn't normally engage with, or read a book, listen to a podcast, watch a show you wouldn't normally watch. Go out there and sort of seek adventure physically and intellectually. And the symbolism of the archer wants us to, aim high and shoot for the stars. And it serves as a reminder to align our aspirations with our values and to be open to goals that reflect your authentic self, and never think it's too late to be, I don't want to say more than you are, but never too late to try the things you really want to do and live for your own self, rather than trying to live up to other people's expectations. So by tapping into the mythological essence of Sagittarius, you can create a sense of purpose that resonates with the bigger quest for truth, leading to a more enlightened state of being with yourself, in your relationships, viewing the world, you know. In terms of the creative emotional expressions, it wants us to sort of like channel our emotions by being creative, whether it be through painting, music or anything else. And as we channel this vibrant energy, allowing ourselves to be more free and experiment and innovate and break free from our comfort zones, and letting our authentic voice speak through our creative sort of like works, and allowing our creativity to guide us towards projects that resonate deeply with our inner self. And it can just be sort of like therapeutic, you know, an outlet for our pent up emotions, you know, and it just wants us to transform our feelings into expressions that uplift and inspire yourself and others, and, you know, bring more peace into your thinking as well. So now I'm going to talk about the positives and negatives of the aspects that the sun's making when it goes into Sagittarius this year, and what to add to it. So the moon makes an opposition to the sun makes a semi-square to Venus, and the sun also makes a quincunx to Uranus. So the moon's opposition to the sun brings a struggle between our feelings and our conscious mind, and this can lead to misunderstanding in our relationships. But positively, you know, it allows us to become more emotionally mature, more self-aware, and to communicate more openly and ensure that our needs are expressed clearly to avoid unnecessary conflicts with others. The sun semi-square to Venus can bring subtle tension in our love life and financial matters, but this tension is wanting us to re-evaluate our values and desires, wanting us to change how we engage with people we care about and handle our finances. So the key with this energy is to use it to embrace being flexible and adapt your approach as, you know, the month goes on. Use it for self-reflection and to reconsider your priorities. The sun's quincunx to Uranus adds to the unexpected changes that can happen, but it allows us to remain open to new ideas and experiences and to explore unconventional paths and solutions. The sun also makes a square to Neptune and a trine to Chiron. So the sun square to Neptune brings an aura of confusion and delusionment, and it wants us to go beyond our illusions by confronting them. And this is in line with the spirit of Sagittarius that wants us to be authentic, wants us to get to the bottom of things, seek higher meanings, solve our problems on a deeper level. But the sun square to Neptune can make it hard for us to tell the difference from reality and fantasy, you know, particularly in the areas of creativity and spirituality. It motivates us and helps us to question what we really want, and this is what this energy is all about as well. But negatively, it can make us escape things and feel overwhelmed. So we may want to overindulge in intoxicating substances and relationships to escape, but it's important to ground yourself, trying to, you know, ground yourself in healthy ways, although I know it's scary to confront your emotions and it can get draining, shadow and inner work. I'm not going to say it doesn't, but with using a bit of mindfulness, taking some time out to chill out when you need to, you can sort of like overcome the obstacles and the emotional currents that come up as well. The sun square to Neptune also helps us to engage in spiritual practices to heal ourselves and gain a deeper connection with our intuition and higher self as well. And the sun's trine to Chiron helps us with our self-discovery and healing, and helps us to resolve our unresolved psychological, emotional, spiritual wounds in ourselves and our relationships, because it supports us with being open and vulnerable, and this can lead to heartfelt, meaningful conversations, you know, and help us to gain more peace within ourselves and our relationships relationships as we actively listen to each other and try and support each other's needs, and we can gain more strength and clarity if we're willing to, listen to ourselves and others and our body's needs right now, and to do the things that really increase our well-being and stability in life. So at the time of the sun going into Sagittarius, there's a grand water trine which involves Mercury in Scorpio, the moon's north node in Pisces, Mars retrograde in Cancer within a 21% orb, and there's also a T-square that involves the sun in Sagittarius, Neptune in Pisces, and the moon in Gemini within a 22% orb. The grand water trine helps us to, have deeper understanding of our goals and desires. So this is really good. It supports us being more emotionally intelligent and exploring different beliefs as well, but negatively we can get lost in our feelings. So we have to make sure we maintain a balance between our intellectual activities and our overall well-being right now. And the T-square allows us to sort of focus on clear communication and self-expression, using creativity to bridge the gaps between our thoughts and emotions, but negatively it can add to the restlessness and uncertainty. But this uncertainty is challenging us to look at our beliefs and articulate our ideas more fully. A lot of the time we say things because we heard someone else say it, or we've been brought up to think this or that, but this wants us to research our beliefs and make sure we really believe what we're saying. And just watch out for the Neptune energy in this T-square distracting you from your goals because you're ignoring red flags or thinking that you can take on too much, so only take on what you can. And ultimately, just embrace the grand water trine and T-square energy to support you in becoming more authentic and align your actions and thoughts with your higher ideals. So now I'm going to talk about the karmic meanings, lessons, the type of past life memories or dreams that may come up, and also the collective karma of the sun transiting in Sagittarius. So the karmic lesson here is the same as the one I talked about earlier. It's about not being judgmental or closed-minded, opening our minds and hearing other people's opinions and perspectives, out trying to put ourselves in other people's shoes, trying to see the similarities between you and others, and not running away from situations that have tension, trying to keep calm in them, actively listen, give time and space when need to, and being open to working through your problems with other people and within yourself as well, can push you to grow intellectually, spiritually, emotionally. Past life memories or dreams around education, travel, encounters with people from different cultures. So for example, someone may dream of being a scholar, a teacher in ancient times, maybe in Egypt or I don't know, somewhere else coming to my mind right now, or maybe in the USA or Brazil, the Caribbean somewhere, to somewhere far away from where you are now. And also lifetimes where you may have travelled far and wide, that is to seek knowledge and wisdom, and any memories or thoughts you have. Maybe you've just travelled this lifetime, maybe you used to travel a lot and don't anymore. Anyway, these memories are just trying to remind you to remain curious and open to new experiences, and giving yourself that, maybe a talk about what you really want, what your goals really are. Are they your goals, the goals you've been told to have? I know we can't always rely on idealism, but if what would you really want to do? I'm not saying you're going to get to do everything that you want to do, but what you could do is more things than what you think you can achieve right now. It also, on the collective level, highlights the importance of global connections and unity, and it can bring opportunities for cultural exchange, international cooperation and spiritual enlightenment among nations or communities or family or whatever, and we can always dream high. So the key lesson here is to embrace diversity, celebrate differences and work towards a harmonious way of life for the betterment of all beings on earth, not just for yourself as individuals or just my family and friends. Looking at ways we can try and make this a better planet for everyone, where individuals and communities can really reflect on their actions and how they impact the collective consciousness, really trying to create a more deeper understanding of the world and the people in it. So thinking about not only creating a better life for us now, but the generations to come. And it can just serve as a motivator for positive change if approached with an open heart and a willingness to learn from each other's unique perspectives. So now I'm going to talk about how the sun in Sagittarius affects our relationships. So in terms of family relationships, the spirit of adventure can lead to shared experiences, and this can strengthen bonds and create lasting memories. But it's important to approach adventures with a mindset of open communication. And if everyone feels comfortable expressing their thoughts, we have to make sure that we try and encourage this environment where we're open to other people's opinions, as I said. And this is how we can reduce misunderstandings or reduce tension if it comes up. We have to be patient, allowing each family member to voice their problems and work through differences, and try not to escalate conflicts. And by creating a culture of understanding and support, we can turn potential miscommunications into opportunities for growth and connection. And if we can accept the spirit of Sagittarius that wants us to be open to the new, this can really, reduce conflict in our families and make it a better place to be. And we just need to watch out for misunderstandings that can come up, because we can get excited and get ahead of ourselves as well. If we just try and balance adventure with, supportive conversation that helps everyone feel valued and understood, this can make way for deeper family ties and happy experiences together. In terms of friendships, it can help us deepen our bonds and connection, and it helps us to be spontaneous, have more laughter, and have a sense of freedom. And this can really, spice the interactions, make them more feel like energetic, and just make us feel like, yeah, we can take on the world as friends, But this over enthusiasm in some cases can make us overspend, overindulge in food, activities and conversations and expectations, just get carried away. Oh yeah, mate, I'll do this, I can do that, and then, oh sorry, I've got other commitments, just over promising. So make sure you don't promise what you cannot follow through on, and don't spend what you can afford to lose. And it reminds you to remain aware of your limits and the limits of your friends, to maintain a sort of balanced dynamic that creates genuine enjoyment rather than resentment. And as we make sure we practice mindfulness, so conversations don't get too heated, because things can get really lively, and different opinions can come up. And although I said to listen to other people's opinions, people may not be able to do that, and this can lead to intense debates and challenging ideas. And we have to try and have some respect and empathy, and try and find common ground to understand everyone's perspective, and this is how we can create mutual respect and understanding as well, and we can enjoy our friendship and, you know, reduce the risk of conflict if we're open to each other and we don't go over the top, you know, in what we promise to do. In terms of co-worker relationships, we can really have a lot of sort of like open communication, and we can become more productive, and people can feel empowered to say their thoughts freely, and this can lead to innovative ideas and creative solutions to problems in the workplace. But negatively, the enthusiasm can make people get too competitive, and this can lead to tension, and there can be a sort of like clash with group goals and individual ambitions. So people may want to work in a team, and someone may be like, no, I want to work on my own. So we have to try and find a compromise and try and understand where each other's coming from, and also, you know, try and reduce conflict, remain vigilant of the fact that we can just all have a lot more energy, and we may just want to just be more motivated for external validation and recognition and success and being the best at sales or whatever in the workplace, and this can add to the friction. So we just have to try and work with other people, meet our own individual targets, but allow others the space to do so as well, and try and be a team player as well as, you know, looking out for yourself as well, and try and value each co-worker team member's contribution, and try and define project roles and expectations as well. You know, you may just have conversations and assume that this person's doing that and they're not, so just make sure everyone's clear on what they're doing, and regular check-ins can help reduce misunderstandings and allow everyone to express their thoughts, which can change, you know, because, you know, things can change over time. So be prepared to make adjustment, and you know, encouraging the culture of appreciation and acknowledgement can you know, get rid of the feelings of competition, rivalry and all the rest of it, and over competitiveness, and this can lead to tensions being reduced, which is the key word, reducing tension. And it's best to put collective success over individual praise right now, and by maintaining focus, we can sort of like gain the positives of this influence and reduce the potential conflicts in the workplace. So in terms of committed couples, it emphasises the importance of togetherness, you know, encouraging you to enjoy adventures together that can strengthen your bond, new activities, and exploring unfamiliar places or using new techniques in and out the bedroom can ignite, you know, spark passion and excitement and deepen your connection, creating a sense of unity and shared purpose. But negatively, because people can have different opinions right now, there can be a clash between opinions, or maybe one partner wants stability and routine and the other wants more exploration and trying new things. So it's important to, you know, work through these differences with open communication, understanding, recognizing that, you know, different people have different needs, and it's best to cooperate and compromise so that you can coexist within a healthy relationship instead of, you know, making the relationship toxic. So in terms of hookup relationships, Sagittarius brings a free-spirited attitude, which can bring excitement into hookup dynamics. We can just feel more open to new experiences and willing to take risks, which can lead to memorable experiences and encounters. But just make sure, you know, that you are safe, because Sagittarius can make us extra more flirty than normal, and it can also lead to a misunderstanding, because people may think that someone's offering commitment and emotional depth and it's just casual. So just make sure you know the rules, but also, you know, hurt feelings can come because the blunt and straightforward communication style of Sagittarius can lead to misunderstandings or conflicts if boundaries are not established or not adhered to as well. So yeah, just make sure you look after yourself, make sure you ask the right questions, do not assume, do not mislead anyone on, but also allow yourself to enjoy this energy. In terms of single and self-partner relationship, it's a good energy to try new things, have some adventure with yourself, start new hobbies, maybe, some spiritual or intellectual, educational interests, or joining social groups can help you have fulfilling experiences with others that can increase your self-confidence and awareness. But it's important to make sure that you remain kind of stable and anchored in your core values and long-term goals, and not get too distracted right now, because this energy can make us, like I said, a bit free-spirited. So make sure you don't go too much outside of your comfort zone when dating or engaging in relationships with others, and watch out for the distractions that can come with the excitement of new experiences. And it just encourages us to have some adventure, but also evaluate how these new adventures, new people align with your personal goals, lifestyle and life direction. Take time to reflect on what truly matters to you, and making sure that your new experiences or the new people you're letting in your life resonate with your authentic self. And by balancing desire for growth with your foundational beliefs, you can fully use the energy of this transit to enrich your life without losing sight of your personal journey. So now I'm going to talk about how Sun in Sagittarius influences our career, personal, spiritual, educational and self-partner development. So in terms of your career, it wants you to allow for greater creativity in your professional development, whether it be by planning travel. Maybe you're thinking about relocating to a different city or something like that. Networking can be really good for you right now, because it can open doors to new exciting projects or teamwork collaborations. By being open-minded, it can lead to more professional happiness and personal growth as well as professional growth too. But negatively, because you can be restless and impatient right now, you can feel the urge to make quick decisions or chase after every signing opportunity, and this can result in missed opportunities or scattered efforts, and the lack of focus can just make you, I don't want to say dream too big, but take too big a risk. So just make sure you check the facts and you're ready to reap the consequences. And by balancing your adventurous spirit with a more pragmatic approach, you can navigate this energy more carefully and take advantage of the career development opportunities that come your way. In terms of personal development, it wants us to challenge our inner beliefs and, as I said, search for more truth and authenticity in your life, explore your values and different perspectives, reflect on what truly matters to you, and this can lead to breakthroughs in self-awareness and give you a renewed sense of self-respect, forgiveness, love, awareness and love as well, and also a deeper sense of purpose. And it can just make you understand your motivations, your goals on a deeper level, and this can guide you towards making a more fulfilling life for yourself that align with your core beliefs. You may reflect on your relationship, your thoughts, your daily habits, and make a change in those as well. But negatively, this energy can make us overindulge in new information and new experiences without fully integrating, the lessons of our past. So make sure you self-reflect, write down a list, voice record or video record yourself, talking about your past, what you've learned from it, what you need to do to manage your psychological and emotional and spiritual trauma, looking at, past heartbreaks and childhood wounds and how you can manage those instead of numbing yourself from them if you do that, because this can lead us to wanting to escape and being too optimistic about things as well, and just get caught up in the surface without doing the deeper planning of, if you want to make change in your life, how are you going to, constantly bring these changes in? And the way to do it is daily habits. How you're going to change your daily life. So, really staying focused on taking personal responsibility, building your self-discipline, and, really striking that balance between trying new things and grounding yourself in reality, and, looking at what you need to do to help you grow your personal development over a long term without losing sight of your immediate responsibilities and overall well-being. In terms of spiritual development, it wants us to expand our consciousness. As I said earlier, meditation can help you increase your sense of spiritual awareness and purpose. By tapping into this energy, you can create a deeper understanding of your place in the universe and develop a sense of unity with, the larger tapestry of life and the people in it and the different experiences. But negatively, you can become spiritually disorientated, overwhelmed, taking on too much, trying too much different things, getting caught up in the excitement of new ideas and practices, which can dilute your focus. Yes, try new things, but don't let them get in the way of a deeper connection with your true self. And be curious, but the desire for constant stimulation can distract you from the genuine self-reflection that is needed for genuine spiritual growth. So seek new insights, but stay grounded, and do not bypass the inner and shadow work that needs your attention. And by balancing your exploration with moments of reflection and time out and focus, this is how you can deepen your spiritual connection with yourself and the world around you. In terms of your educational development, it wants us to go after new learning experiences. This can be through formal education, online courses, workshops, or self-directed study and research. It wants you to really take this time to widen your horizons and explore subjects that are interesting to you, going beyond traditional boundaries and your comfort zone. Some of you may find yourself drawn to philosophical, intellectual, or other debates, maybe cultural studies, or even using travel, even if it's not going to a different country, just local travel that can enrich understanding of the world and the place in it. But negatively, again, it can make you less mindful, and you can explore too many topics that can distract you from focusing on any one area deeply, and this can result in superficial knowledge and learning rather than mastery, and you may just feel overwhelmed by information or tempted to chase every new idea without fully processing the things you already know. So seek out new things, be expansive, but also take a structured, disciplined approach to gaining new information and making sure that the ideas that you let go of or upgrade are what really need to be let go of or upgraded, So in terms of self-partnered growth, again, it wants you to make sure that your beliefs and values align with your true self, focus on your personal growth, use journaling, meditation, to help you guide and take on adventurous travels that can help you get outside of your comfort zone. But negatively, you can just be too overconfident and optimistic, and this can lead to unrealistic expectations. So remain grounded, Do not lose sight of your limitations, but be open to newness as well, but just don't be overly idealistic, as this can lead into disappointment if your goals are not met. So only take on what you feel you can, and make sure you just balance your desire for growth with self-compassion right now as well. So now I'm going to sum up with the best things to do with this energy. So creatives can find inspiration in new techniques and taking spontaneous trips to gain fresh perspectives. Professionals and entrepreneurs should network. Alternative healers should focus on spiritual growth and self-care to recharge their energies. Lovers should have deeper conversations with their partners to strengthen their bond. Singles should embrace being independent, try new hobbies, and start new personal development journeys. Self-partnered people should take this time out for self-reflection, setting intentions for personal growth and deeper self-awareness. So now I'm going to talk about the overall positives, negatives and best use of the Sun in Sagittarius. So positively, as I said, it gives us a desire for exploration, new adventures. It can make us more optimistic and seek new knowledge. It encourages us to grow, to learn and to expand our world, our perspectives, and to be more authentic. But negatively, we can be overly blunt or restless, impulsive and overconfident, and have a lack of attention to detail, which we need to watch out for. To make the most of this energy, we can do physical or mental travel, education, broaden our perspectives, engage in activities that stimulate our mind and spirit, such as taking up a new hobby or pursuing higher learning. Use this time to set ambitious goals and pursue them with enthusiasm and confidence. So yes, that's the end of this special on the Sun transiting in Sagittarius. I'm Amani, your holistic karmic astrological life coach. Take care and see you next time.